I
Yeah.
named the foundation after my parents. My
Okay.
mom is Mary, my dad is Ben. So the reason
Mm.
is because growing up, they were the first social impact actors I knew.
Mm.
I grew up in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos, but I remembered my mom. Like she will pack our textbooks, she will pack our clothes. She always have like one family in the village she wants to give it to. Like she does that thing to the point, even to our past questions, she will arrange them. She will say somebody can read something and gain something. So she will gather things. And from Lagos to Taraba, it is a far journey, it's like 2 days.
I can
It's a
imagine.
long journey.
Mm-hmm.
So you imagine my mother, if she's traveling home, if she's coming to Taraba, she'll carry like Ghana must go, books, clothes. Sometimes you will pay more for the load than for her seats. So that was the kind of family I grew up in. So my mom was very passionate about people, my both parents, and they taught me most of the things that I do. That is why I feel it was like, for me, it is an honor naming the foundation after them. It's just to extend their work. Like I was telling somebody, when they were doing what they were doing, they didn't have a structure, they didn't have a name for what they were doing. They
Mm.
just wanted to reach out to people. They just wanted to help the best way they can. And
Mm.
if I can give it a structure and a name, it should be their names. So
Mm.
that is how Macben Foundation came to be.
Wow. Your work is
Yeah.
big. So you are in Taraba right now, majorly because of
Yeah.
this project. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to know, you are not a social enterprise. You are an NGO, not for profit. And
Not for
one of the major key
profit.
things that I see with people like, I mean, you, is a lot of NGOs are folding up for lack of funding. How are you sustaining?
Okay, just the way you said, we are for non-for-profit. But there's also something, I have a business that I had to launch solely because I want to fund the NGO. So I run more like a consultancy. So apart with my maths background, okay, so let me also talk about that part. So I love mathematics. I'm passionate about maths, but there's something I realize: people struggle with mathematics. They don't enjoy maths the way I do.
Like
So
me.
because of that, they don't enjoy maths. They always complain mathematics is difficult, mathematics is this. So I think 3 years ago I trained teachers. Just based on my experience working in the field over the years, I come up with different concepts like equitable STEM education training. I do that. So when I do that, if you're inviting me to your school to come and train teachers, I charge. So the fee from that also fund the NGO. So I charge
Mm.
those who can afford my services to fund what the NGO. I also through working with different schools and getting feedback, I came up with a game. It's called COMAT. So the idea is, as you're playing the game, you are learning mathematics. And now, if you invite us to bring our game to your school, we are going to charge you a fee. And that fee is also going to go back to what? The NGO. Just coming up with different creative ways that I could also render my skills, my expertise, my insight to generate funding. But apart from that, we also work with individuals. We have individual donors. I know the donor space right now is very saturated. It's like it's folding up quickly. So we work with individuals that followed us. And I think for us as an organization, we started very small and we are still small. I don't see us as big. We've not done anything. We are still a very small organization. But we built certain level of relationship with individuals that they become our consistent donors.
Mm.
I remember when I started, I'm very intentional about keeping record, sharing our expense report. I didn't really know what I was doing. I would just share expense reports, share impact reports with, even if you donated 1,000 naira, I'm going to share that with you. And that kind of build trust and accountability with that community. So we see people, they might not be giving you much, but the fact that they are consistent in their donation,
Yeah.
it also helps. And we also reach out to local businesses within the area and say, okay, this is what we are doing. How can you support?
Support.
Right now we are running our digital bridge school tour. And the whole idea is what we are creating first digital experiences for students. But now this is where we decided to improve on what we're doing initially. JAM is CBT. WAEC is considering CBT, NECO is considering, and we have a lot of students who have never seen or touched computer in rural and underserved communities. So we take our laptops, we run like a mobile digital library. We take the laptops to them, we train them on basic digital literacy, and we expose them to the JAM interface, like they do the JAM demo. They take the test, they experience it. So the next time they sit in front of a computer, they know exactly what to do.
Mm.
Right now, we've reached over 20 something schools, and we are still counting. And over close, if it is not over 1,000 or close to 1,000 students, and every school you go to, you see someone say, "This is my first time of touching a mouse. This is my first time of doing this one." Now, that project on its own is very capital intensive because the transportation, the movement, we don't have mobility, like we don't have a car. So we use public transport.
Mm.
What did we do? We reach out to individuals who we believe like they have passion for what we are doing, they believe in our vision, and businesses say, okay, this is what we are doing. How can you support? Somebody 10,000 year, 20,000 year, 50,000 year is going to go a long way, and that's how we
Mm.
are surviving. So I won't say because getting grants is very difficult, they will fold their hands. We just have to be creative about how we do what we do, because it is beyond it's beyond self, it's service. For me, it is more of ministry. It is a calling. Just go do what God has called you to do. The one who sent you is more than able, is capable to provide all the resources that you need to do it. So
Mm.
if I'm saying I need to get an international grant before I deliver, then there's a problem.
Mm.
i'm restricting I'm restricting the grace of God. Let me say it the way I like to say it to my team. I'll say you are
Mm.
frustrating grace. So you
Mm.
just have to be open minded and trust that God is going to supply. The important thing is you move. We are doing it, we are doing it. And at every point, God is there to supply.
Wow, Dorcas, you are
Yeah.
you are really high spirited, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I'm in a motivational classroom right now. To be honest, I'm motivated. I won't lie to you. I like the fact that you
You
have
are motivated to inspire.
to be honest, I'm highly motivated, and there's a whole lot. I didn't see this coming, to be honest. Um, I like what you've done with the platform. Like you rightly said,
Okay.
a lot of NGOs are shrinking. A lot of NGOs that I've actually dealt with, spoken with, and all of that, they are shrinking for lack of funding sake. So now
Mm,
you have structured a means to do a business, like you also have like it's almost like a social enterprise. So
mm,
I think if you run it in such a way, like for every time people get to know that every time they patronize your business, that you put back this into running the NGO, I think they'll
mm.
take it more seriously. They begin to understand that, oh, okay, why should I
Yeah.
consult with this person over you? I think I should do it with you because for every time I do it with
Mm.
you, I think this is where you channel your money into.
We
And
are
that
reaching more
way,
people.
do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that way, I would want to rather deal with you than just go to the other person, which is a very smart one. And I think right now, I'm trying to encourage NGOs like you to begin to think about sustainability. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Begin to create,
Mm-hmm.
begin to generate revenue from within. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
If not, you're just going to
Local
shrink.
sources.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Your project is huge, to be honest, and it's big. You started small, which is good. You say you're going already. Do you understand? You're not waiting for anybody to come in there and give you that grant before you get going. You're already going.
No.
I mean,
No.
you're doing good. And then again,
Thank you.
what I want to know right now is another thing away from funding is a lot of people are not already embracing the media to collaborate with what they are doing. With everything you said right now, if I go to your page, two things for sure is certain. Number one, I can't see any cry for help. I can't see that cry for help of, establishing what you're doing, where you need help, bank details, support, support, support.
Mm.
Every 1,000 naira, 200, 500 naira here can always, they all add up. So I can't see
Yeah,
that cry for help on your page. Then number two,
yeah,
your social media has not really, you know, showed me the real picture of how much the gravity of what you've done in that community.
yeah.
Yes, I think you should look into, because at the end of the day, whatever you try to say to me right now, I don't believe you until I go to your media and see. People want to see, what are you saying to us? What have you done?
Yeah,
So, what do you have to say
yeah.
about that?
Okay. Um, Truly, your observations are very, very correct. Your observations are correct. They're on point, 100%. And you're not the first person. My friends are always accusing me, why are you not leveraging media? Why don't you want to pay media to do stuff? Why are you not pushing? Why are you not promoting what you've done? We did a summer boot camp recently, and someone say, and you did not bring the media. You trained over 110 students and you didn't bring media.
Are you
And I was
serious?
just
Oh my God.
yes, I did a summer boot camp. I did like 110 students across public secondary school. It was a big one. They did
Wow.
scratch programming, all of those things. So the only thing you just see like post, we did not shout. Apart from that, we have a center. We have what we call Mabridge Academy Center, where we
Okay.
offer free digital literacy training to underserved student, and we are on our 11th cohort, and
Mm.
most likely you will not see it on the media. Maybe somebody post here. So okay, let me put it, I am bad. That is why I had to employ somebody to come and do the work of communications, because I am busy. I love to be on the field. I am
Mm.
more a field person than a social media person.
Mm.
um this week, just between when and Tuesday to Thursday, we were able to reach 11 schools. You won't see that on my page. If it's somebody else now, they'll say we are going live. Like, it's not so. What you said is a very correct observation, and I am seriously working to improve on that. So we've employed a communications person, and we're also working on getting somebody that will be in charge of photo, videos, and all of those things, just to improve our media presence. You are very correct.
How can we
Mm-hmm.
promote? I know, like you've explained it, and truly that rural area, I know what they are going to, like you rightly said, some of them they've not even seen any of this before. How can this be promoted? How can we promote that education system there?
What is very possible is equity and inclusion. How
Mm.
can we ensure that we can bridge the educational gap in rural community and ensure that rural children are having access to quality, equitable, and inclusive education?
Mm.
So children can have access to quality learning regardless of their geographical location, their socioeconomic status, or their ability or disability. Equity is what we are asking for, we are promoting. And if we're to achieve equity, it's simple. What are some of the key challenges of rural school? They suffer from poor infrastructure. That is one. How can we mobilize? Like sometimes when we are trying to do school construction or renovation, I used to tell parents during our community engagement meeting, the
Mm.
governor's child will never come here. The
Mm.
chairman's child will never attend this school.
Mm.
Like this school is you, your children. You are the beneficiaries of this school. So we must learn to promote what we call community ownership. The
Mm.
community schools and the community itself must have a sense of responsibility. Often we say it's the government. You and I, we are the government. We must get to that point where we say, okay, we are taking this into our hands and we want to fix our school. We've done school renovations, and when we want to hand over school, we ensure that they are part of it. They own it, so that if somebody is trying to destroy anything in the school, they can fight and say, okay, don't do this. Let's do this. So if you promote and drive community engagement and partnership, and what does that mean in terms of government? our institutional bodies. When you're designing programs or you're designing intervention for rural community, make sure it's people-centered. Carry them along. They are major stakeholders. You can't sit in your office and design intervention, build school for them. They must be carried along. They must be an integral part of your design, your solution design. The rural voices must be part of it. You cannot just sit in the office in the comfort of AC and say you are designing educational intervention for rural school. That is not how it works. The second thing, what is the major challenge? Shortage of teachers. A lot of rural schools don't have qualified teachers. When you post teachers to rural schools, they are running away. They don't want to stay. With the whole communal clash and the crisis in rural community, nobody wants to die. So we have teachers posted to rural school that live in the city. They are collecting salaries and they've never been to school, because that is really crazy. It is a disadvantage to the children and it is terrible. So this is what we propose. How can we ensure equity? People and send them to the school. Why village school I've gone to that I've not seen a community teacher? Why not employ teachers from that community? It might be a young secondary school leaver who is very passionate about education. Pick that person, train the person, equip the person with the resources the person needs to strive in the classroom, and put the person in the classroom. This person is from the community. This person understands the in and out of the community. So the person is not afraid to live in the community. The person is not afraid to teaching or work in that community. So stop posting teachers from afar to go into the rural communities. And if you want to post teachers into rural communities, there's something you must work on our teachers' welfare. We must improve on teachers' welfare. Stop owing teachers' salary. And you are saying you are fighting equitable education. We must have incentives. What are the incentives for teachers if you decide to leave the comfort of the city and move to a remote or hard to reach community? So what are the incentives? What is the encouragement? We must put certain structures in place that give them incentives. So because of that incentive, a teacher can decide to say, okay, I'd rather find my transfer to a rural village because there is this incentive, there's hardship incentive, health allowance, all of it. If those incentives are in place, people can easily go, because they just need encouragement. They just need source of something. It's okay, you are doing well. That is another thing. Another thing which is also very important, some of our schools, now this is to the children. There was a time I said we can start considering what we call seasonal education. We do it for nomadic education. We can also think of village people. Some students will not come to school when it is raining season because that is farming season. So when you are designing curriculum for them, you must understand the nature of rural people. If it is farming season, it is rain, they say everybody go to farm. So that is not when. So what if we decide to take advantage of the dry season and the harvest season and say, okay, we design our curriculum? We don't need, like for me, I don't believe in one size fits all. We can design something that fits the rural community and work for them perfectly. Why will you tell a rural child A for apple when the child might never see an apple for his whole life till he dies? What if you say A for axe? He knows what an axe is. He uses it to divide firewood. It is more relatable. Another thing we must learn is localization of curriculum content. We must ensure that our content are relatable. They are localized. People can relate with the content that they are learning. Some rural communities, what they know is their local language. And you are going there, you say you want to teach them in English. Why not leverage the indigenous language of the people to start to build the foundation? For foundational class, use the local language. And if for you to effectively use local language to teach them, you must employ teachers from that place. That takes me to my point number 2. How will I come? Somebody that does not know come, and I'm not teaching the person with English. Hey, there will be problem. So now you're only encouraging the children to learn to cram and pour, not understanding the principle and the concept. So I've seen this happen. I remember I walked into a class and the man was busy speaking English. I looked at the children's faces. He was explaining a concept. I just said the children were just looking at him like this. I said, Uncle, just use the language, use your language. The moment it switched to the local dialect and use language, you could see the light Like there was this light bulb moment. The children are, oh, so this is what you are saying. And you are there speaking on the grammar and nobody is catching. And now we must, so that is just it. For the student, I've talked about farming season, understanding season, and design something that works for them. Another thing again that I also like to emphasize is some of these schools, the distance from the house to the school is like you are traveling. Long distance from school is very discouraging for rural children. And particularly when you trek to school, you get to school, your teacher is absent. High rates of absenteeism among teachers is also a discouraging factor. So, and I believe that if we are able to fix our teachers' welfare, our teachers' employability criteria, I think that can also encourage the student to show up in school. Not that I will trek, I will come, and nobody. And if you are owing teachers' salary, who want to stay? Everybody is thinking of how can I feed? I need to go and make something to eat. So paying teachers' salary, ensure that teachers are okay is also very, very right. If we want to look at, because the truth is, regardless of how much English we speak, educational equality is not visible, but educational equity is achievable. So it is just us meeting everybody at the very point where they are. Urban children have their own advantage. And the truth is, when we talk about rural school, don't think far, don't think it has to be one remote village. There are certain schools in underserved community that share similar characteristics with rural schools. Them, it is not about geographical location. It's just that they are not, nobody is looking at their direction. Another thing for in terms of institutions and policy, I think when we talk about quality control, monitoring and evaluation for institutions, like from the ministry to those places, we need to do a better job. Like we need to do a better job for the sake of the children. If you send somebody from the office and you don't go to the school, you don't even go and confirm what is on paper and what is on ground, and they say you are an inspector, a supervisor, and you're stopping halfway because the place is too far. You are doing a disservice to those children, because you stopping halfway and asking somebody to bring the whatsoever it is that you're supposed to inspect to where you are. You're doing it because you don't even know the learning condition of those children. I remember there was a school we were trying to fundraise for. On paper, on like paper, it is already a well completed, structured, like it is built. Reality, they are under the tree. There's no single structure. So if they send you to such a school and you go and you stop halfway because it is too far, you don't even know that there is no structure, because you will be thinking there is structure, there are teachers, there are no teachers. So they should not suffer because of that geographical location. Because anytime you think about rural education and urban education, the gap is very, very wide. The gap is very, very wide in terms of access to quality teachers, digital literacy. This is me telling you. On that project we do that I love so much, we travel to the villages. So when we go to very remote villages, we do like a week camping. So we go as a team and we camp. That week we do digital literacy training, we do teachers training, we do a lot of stuff, even Project Inspire. So Project Inspire is our movie night. So we are trying to use entertainment to educate children. So we say it's movie under the moonlight. All of those things. But one thing is, you could see anytime these children touch computer or they just interact with computer, you could see the joy. When they say they are just seeing the computer for the first time, they're just seeing it for the first time. So, and this is, for me, digital literacy is not, it is not a luxury. It is important. It's a necessity. We're in a digital world, we're in a tech world, and whether we like it or not, technology is here to stay, AI is here to stay. And it's quite unfortunate that we still have people who are very, very far behind, who don't even know what is happening. So it is quite sad. And we just need to work together to bridge that gap. So for me, I don't always say it is the responsibility of the government. So how I like to say it is, we are the government. If you have the opportunity to help someone, to make a difference in someone's life, do it. If it is that one laptop and you're in a village, you can bring it out and show those children how it works. You will go to villages, you see children will give you definition of a computer. They will tell you part of a computer, but they've never seen it. Because all they know about what a computer is, what it can do, the part of the computer and its function is all in theory. So you can give them that practical experience just spending like 10-15 minutes of your time with one child, and you can actually transform that child's life and that child's learning experience. A rural teacher should not be outdated, because a knowledge not updated is what outdated. A lot of what they are teaching is already what outdated, and they don't know any better. I can't give you what I don't have. It is exactly what I have that I can give to you. So if we really want them to give these children their very best, we must invest in them. We must be intentional about their professional development. We must be intentional about their training. And most importantly, we must be intentional about their welfare, because their welfare is what we keep them. If you're owing teachers' salary, you're not paying them. There are no incentive. There's nothing to keep them. They will leave and go and farm. They will leave because they'll tell you they have family. I have wife, I have children. I need to take care of them. And if you are saying, 6 months you've not paid salaries and you want them to work where? How will they function? So anyway, let's stop there.
Dorcas, thank you very much. I'm going to ask you straightforward. So, what sort of collaboration are you looking for?
Right now, based on what you said to me, we need media collaboration. We need to learn how to become more visible, how to tell our story and how to share our story better. We are doing so much, but there's so little about us online. And I think just getting that strategic partnership that can position our visibility, and also not just position us online, train us on how to do it. I think it's also something that's one collaboration I look forward to. And every other thing that comes to the NGO. I must say, okay, let me also state, I don't know who's going to watch it. We're also open to working with other partners. So if you have, like me, I believe if you're an organization, you would like to come into our space, you like to work in the north, you like to work in Taraba, please, you're welcome. We just be your partners here. We grant you access to our communities, because we just need to. For me, I strongly believe in partnership and collaboration. So we will work with you to assess the community. We are present here in Taraba. We are present in Maiduguri. We have contacts in. We are present in Adamawa State. We've done some projects in Benue, Nasarawa. And if you want to work like Northern Sudan and say, oh, how can we? Don't worry, we have volunteers that could actually support you. For me, it's just coming. We are here to give you that easy access to the community so that you could also work with them. So if you are looking at, okay, I want to work in the north, I don't know anybody, you know me. So you're welcome to the north. Please, there's so much. We need your interventions, and we need partnership to actually reach out to more people. So I'm very passionate about education. What we do, we work in the educational field. But if you are from health whatsoever, that's not my field, but I can give you access, because those people need your intervention, and you're very welcome.
Dorcas, well spoken. Thank you so very much. Nobody.
Thank you for finding us, and I'm
Thank God.
really, really excited to connect with you and also to learn about what you do.
Thank
I'm
God.
going to follow your page. I need to learn. I'm a student of the media class.
Thank God. To be honest, what you're doing is brilliant. To be honest, what you're doing is good.
Thank you.
Please don't get tired. Keep doing it. Don't
Yeah, I
ever
will.
allow the number of persons following you, what your followership is saying. It's a lie. Somebody somewhere is watching you closely. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
well done,
Thank you. I'm
Dorcas.
honored.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
No
Have
problem.
a wonderful evening.
You too. You too. Take care of yourself. Yeah. It was nice putting your face
I
to you
will.
anyways.
Thank you.
All right. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye. Bye. Bye.